Hello, beautiful and beloved mothers and healing single mothers. I am so grateful that you all have decided to join me in this space. This is my first live in the group. I literally just created it, and so I need to fill it with all kinds of goodness for you all. I wanted to just say thank you. I'm so excited to see that other women were interested in this space. It's been in the back of my mind for a long time to do something, to create a group. So I'm really glad to see people responding and joining. That's really awesome. I wanted to talk about, I think, support, right? Because that was kind of the premise on why this group was made. There was like a million ideas in my head of like different conversations I want to have with you. But I wanted to talk about support. And so I titled this live, "You Are Not Alone," because I know how that feels, as a single mother. You feel like you're alone. You have to do all of the things, and there's no one there for you to stop and be like, okay, it's your turn now, right? Everything is on us. And what I'm coming to realize, so I have two girls. My oldest is 16, and then my youngest is 4. My oldest daughter, she primarily lives with her father. That's a whole nother story that we'll touch on at another time. So having support is essential. And I think what I want to impress upon you is that you do have support and you are not alone. A lot of you, like on the responses that I'm seeing as you're coming into the group, like we share the same concerns, we share the same fears, the same worries, the same needs. And so a lot of times it can feel like it's just us. I know when I'm in spaces like a lot of the events and things I go to, I'm primarily around women who are married. And so sometimes I feel like I can't relate, and it's not that there's anything different, but our lives are kind of different. Like I have to move differently than other women that I know. And, that's not to say that they're better or that I'm not as good. It's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't have that freedom and luxury to have support, which is what we all desire in some form or fashion. So what I had to start thinking is that I am supported. Like I have everything that I need to take care of myself, to take care of my child, to maintain my home, to keep my business going. And so once I shifted, and that's shifted away from feeling like a single mother and started seeing like I do have support. I do have everything that I need. Look how far you have made it in life. It might have been a bumpy road, but you've made it nonetheless. And that is what's paramount. That is what's key. And so when I shifted that thinking, and I'm like, let me see if I can get some of this light out of my face. That's a little better. When I shifted my thinking from, single mother, feeling like something or someone was missing from my life, from my child's life, that is when like I just got it. Something clicked in me. And I was like, it's that word single. That word is like kind of poison to mother. Not, something toxic that's going to kill you. It's just something just seeping in there, just like some sludge that makes motherhood feel and look differently, but it's not. And another reason, or some other things that I wanted to also talk about, is the guilt and the shame that we feel, and the lack. Like we feel like our child is missing something. We feel like we're missing something, and we aren't. So I really want to empower everyone that's in this group to really start seeing that being a mother is what you are. That's it. We're not single moms, we are mothers. And so that's why I even named the group Healing Single Mothers, because I want, as this group grows and progresses, that we're mothers, right? We don't have to introduce someone and say, yeah, I'm a single mom. No, I'm a mom and I've got it together. I have support and I have the resources, the tools, the training, the whatever you need to make it and to thrive and to survive and to be happy and to live a beautiful, beautiful life. So some of the things that I'll be doing in the group. So I do tarot card readings and oracle card readings. And no matter what your, religious or spiritual beliefs are, it's nothing more than like spiritual guidance, messages to help support and evolve. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. You don't have to stay in the space. But if you know me, you know that I am all about like empowerment, personal growth, spirituality, being a mother, and just helping people in general. Like I'm all about love, healing, peace, and wholeness. And so two of the decks that I picked out for this group are my Kuan Yin Oracle deck, which is all about love and really seeing the beauty in yourself again. I think that's really important because when we have a child and we do it alone, I believe that adds a layer of trauma onto how we view ourselves as women, how we show up as mothers, and just how we look at ourselves, right? Our bodies have gone through massive changes. And, you know, sometimes we can snap back, but we still feel it on, you know, that internally, like, you know, my body's not the same. And then, you know, as we age, things change. So this is all about really getting back in tune with your divine feminine, finding that aspect of love, that softness that we sometimes have to, you know, we put up our armor and we guard ourselves because we feel like we've been wounded. And then we also, because we are, you know, the sole provider, we have more of our masculine energy, that action energy. That doesn't mean that you're mannish. It just means that we're not able to be in that soft and vulnerable state because you know, we're in this different place of life, that and where it feels like we have to, you know, put our warrior shield on, and we have to be that strong person, the strong single mother. So I want to work with these cards in the group to really just help give some messages and maybe journaling questions and insights. The second one, who is one of my favorite, is beautiful goddess Isis, and she's all about waking up your inner power, your inner wisdom, and also of love. And I think that's going to be a very powerful energy for us here in the group. So I'm really excited. I'll, you know, share some readings here, and it'll all just be centered on you, like everyone here in the group. So I want you to feel like you're at home, that you're in a safe space where you can come and vent. One of the things that we won't do is what I call baby daddy bashing. And so now I can understand if you're in a situation and you're looking for advice, that's different, but we're not just going to be like, you know, he's a dog, he's trash, he's this, he's that. We're not going to do that, because we're here to be empowered, and we can give support and resources on how you can move past that, the hurt, the pain, and just really focus on you, focus on being the most amazing woman, the most amazing mother, and taking care of your beautiful babies. So why mothers are so important to me, especially single mothers, of course, because I'm a mother as well, is because the things that we've experienced in our life, the trauma that we have, the cycles of negativity, of abuse, of whatever it is, the lack mindset, mentality, all of that stuff, if we don't heal it, it passes on to our children. And so in my family, I'm like the black sheep. I'm the weird one that's into crystals, and, you know, I'm an energy healer, and, you know, I love meditation and yoga and all of those things that people consider woo-woo, which I don't like that term to describe the things that I hold dear to me. And that was my calling. My calling was to take everything that I had been through, from, you know, being in an abusive relationship, experiencing sexual trauma, from toxic relationships, including friendships, just everything that caused a wound in me is what prompted me to heal myself, number one. And then I created a business out of it. So I'll tag my business page in the comments. It's under the Spiritual Love Healer. My business name is Positive Forward Movement. And I provide spiritual coaching and healing services. Mainly, yes, I do focus on women, but I also have some male clients that I work with, because we're all healing. And part of why I said no baby daddy bashing is that men who abandon their children, that's their own trauma, and they also need healing. And I learned that through dealing with my my daughter's father. Is like, you know, wow, like he really needs some help. Like he needs to focus on whatever stuff he has going on with him so he can show up and, be the man that be the best man that he can be. So that's why I said that. Like, we all are healing in this age that we are in. Like, I see more and more people. My nose keeps itching. I'm sorry, y'all. More and more people who are called to heal others out of their own wounding. And I think that's really beautiful. And so that's why I created this space to just provide some support, some resources, and some realness for other women in the same or similar boat as myself. So yes, I want to say, what else was there? There was like so many things that I wanted to discuss, and now I'm like drawing a blank. I do plan on doing more lives in the group, so I don't have like a set day or schedule. It just depends, but I'll always post here. You can always come back and watch the replay. If you have any questions or need support with something specifically, nose is itching again, definitely just let me know and I'll be happy to chime in and help out. This space is just, I'm so excited, like super, super excited and eager to get to know all of you, for this group to grow, for me to be able to provide, assistance however I can. Another thing that I will be doing shortly, let me see if I can pull it up now, is I created some coupon codes. So if you so choose or feel inclined to come for either like coaching packages or just an individual appointment, I will put some coupon codes in here for you so that you can save. I think one of them is 10% off of appointments, and I think 15% off any of the packages. So definitely check that out if that's something that you are interested in. It will be posted in the group for eternity, so you can benefit from that as well. I don't know, I'm just really happy. So let me know what you need, what type of resources you want to see in here, what types of topics do you want me to talk about? Yeah, I think fear was something that I saw mentioned quite a few times as far as like the questions that I asked. And the reason that I ask the questions is so I know kind of to gauge what to talk about and how to best serve you so that this group doesn't just become like a empty space or unwanted space. Because I've had Facebook groups before and they were really great, but I didn't have the same passion about it as I do focusing on working with single moms. So yeah, let me know what you need and I will put things together, and I love doing that. So what was it? Gosh, I thought there was something else. Yeah, so I think that's it for now. I was hoping to catch some of you to catch me live, but this was just kind of just a hi, just, this is what this group is for. This is what I'm looking forward to. And I want us to really see ourselves as mothers, because that's what we are. And we don't have to use single in front of it. And I was actually thinking about changing the name of the group just to Healing Mothers. But then I don't want people that aren't single moms to try to join the space, because I think that would just kind of make things a little bit awkward. And the reason why I put this specific to single moms and not, just mothers or women with children is because I see women who are married or, with their mate or whoever, and they talk so much trash about single mothers. And the thing about it is that even if you're married, you still have the potential to become a single mother. So like, we gotta stop shaming people because your spouse or your boyfriend or whomever, they could get into an accident and be gone from your life, or they could just up and decide like, hey, I don't want to do this with you no more, I'm out, and you're a single mother. And so it's important that we don't feel less than, and it's important that we recognize we are no one to judge another, like period, point blank, comma, semicolon, exclamation mark, like all of the punctuations on that. Like we can't judge others. And so that's why I really want to encourage you to feel safe in this space. It's not a place where, we should be judging each other. We all parent differently, so that's okay. We probably all have different backgrounds and beliefs. That's okay. But I just want you all to come from a place of non-judgment. And so I did want to just single out, women in my same or similar position because of the judgment that I've seen from other women, whether they were married or, partnered or whatever the case may be. And I know how that feels, especially around like Mother's Day and Father's Day, like mainly holidays. I see a lot of the snarkiness on social media, and I'm just like, really? Like, we have to stop that. It's not good for any of us. So I do want to go ahead and pull an oracle card because they're sitting here looking at me. And so I'll probably try to do this every Sunday where I can come in and just do like a weekly card message or just weekly live in the group. But I do plan on doing, I forgot I need the booklet for these. I don't work with these that often. They have very in-depth messages. So yeah, just stay tuned. Make sure you have the notifications on. So if you want to hop on live, you can do that. Yeah, there's a lot of different topics that I want to discuss in here as far as, how to parent consciously, being more mindful as a parent, so we're not kind of doing the things that our parents did to us, especially if you grew up in a not so loving environment. Yeah, because I truly believe that women are the pillars of the community, whether or not just period. Like, we run the world, we make things happen, and when we're happy and healthy, that is when we can be our best. That is when we can show up for our children. And in turn, how we raise them, if we can raise them with as much love, support, and guidance and positive reinforcement, they don't have to relive our traumas. They don't have to make the same mistakes that we did. We can teach them better. We can show them better. So that's really what this is all about. So I was shuffling and I'm thinking about the group and the single mothers within this group and what message we need for this week ahead to help guide us, to help support us, to help us to shine brightly, to feel better, to make it through. This one, okay. So the card is Hear the Yellow Tiger Mother. And I'm laughing because, of course, it says, Hear the Yellow Tiger Mother. Mother. So that is actually right on point for our beautiful group. And so the message is, sometimes we must be strong and hold true while everything around us seems to be shifting and changing. The Yellow Tiger Mother is Kuan Yin in her guardian role is roaring her divine sound within you. She asks you to hear her, to remember that you are a powerful being of light, and even while you are in flow with universal forces, your strong roots help you to be at peace with your truth, standing your ground while your light shines true. So for a lot of us, it's really about going with the flow. Things come up, we might have to stop what we're doing. Everything is kind of on our plate. But if we just go with the flow, it makes it a little easier to manage, right? Instead of, facing it with resistance, like, oh my God, I wish somebody else could come in and do this, or I wish I had help, or if I had help, I wouldn't have to. Like, that's creating resistance. That's like feeding the word single. And we don't want to do that. We just want to say, you know what, I've got this. Like, I'm trusting in God, I'm trusting in spirit, I'm trusting in the universe that I can handle this. And I have everything that I need. And if I don't, it's on its way. And I can get it. I can ask for help. I can get what I need. I can provide for my family. And just really knowing that you're more powerful, you are more strong, and you are very courageous. And holding that, let that be your anchor. Let that be your root going into this week. I don't know why my nose keeps itching. So, I want you to kind of think about where you feel like you've been resisting at in your role, and whether it's as a single mother, whether it's just in your life, whether it's with yourself, just think about how have you maybe been resisting a little bit, and see what you can do differently this week to maybe kind of just go with the flow. Just kind of go with the flow, see if you can release resistance, and make note of, like, is your week any different? Did you feel any better? Were there challenges? Did you handle them differently? Was there more peace in your life this week? And really let me know. So I want you to comment on this thread where you feel that you've been resisting. My nose is like really itching. It's like going in now. Like, it's crazy. So sorry. It just keeps itching. And now the other side, what is going on? So I'm gonna have to figure out what this means. Like, why is my nose itchy? So before I got interrupted, feeling like a bunny rabbit, comment and let me know where you feel like you've been resisting. And it can be in any area of your life. It doesn't have to just be specific to parenting. If it maybe is at work or whatever, just wherever you feel like you're resisting, I want you to comment in the thread. And I'm going to check back with you to see how has it been. Like, if you've practiced just going with the flow, dropping, the resistance, any negative thoughts, or feeling like you're at a, you can't manage, and see if that has any impact on you, or if that has helped you shift some. So I look forward to spending more time with you in Healing Single Mothers, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Again, this is your group, this is your safe space. Enjoy, connect with each other, get to know each other, and hopefully we'll develop some friendships and sisterhood bonds in here, which would be amazing and just really good. So I love you all. Thanks so much for rocking with me, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye.